Alright, well I'm just over here at the Amsterdam dance event, one of those general sort of schmoozy affairs that us record industry people tend to hang out at from time to time. It's a small but I think pretty useful gathering so far of independent and a handful of sort of major labels who are involved in the dance world, and the general concept in being over here is maybe we will meet people that we want to do deals with for Positiva, and there's also a bunch of people here who you know, I've known for sort of many years, who it's just good to generally keep in touch with, even if they haven't got any music that we want to work with right now. Maybe they'll come up with something in a couple of years' time, and we can just kind of keep the relationship there. So that's really why I'm here. It's not that. It's the same with any of these conferences, really. It's not a matter of how. I don't think there's many actual deals getting closed. You know, like listen to this track, yes, I'll sign it, handshake, and you know, deal done. I think it's more of a general awareness thing. You meet people, you hear stuff, and hopefully you maybe find one or two things that interest you, but probably the actual deals will get closed after this event. But you know, I think it's always good, and you always learn something from attending these kind of things too. Well, it's the first time I've been to this particular event. So far it seems more relaxed, I think, and a little bit less stressful than you know, kind of conventions like Popcom and Medem. The problem with those, they're so big, so busy, particularly Medem actually, that it can actually be quite stressful, kind of like running around doing your meetings and you know, being in that general atmosphere. It can be a bit of a zoo. This feels a little bit more relaxed, it's a bit more laid back, but equally, you know, the quality of conversation is good, and the quality of the tracks I've heard from a bunch of independent labels has been pretty good as well. So this one seems to be pretty good. I mean, I think the only sort of question mark is, like, there are so many of these kind of music conventions now. It's pretty much impossible to go to them all, so I couldn't compare it with everything. You know, like for example, I didn't attend in the city this year in Manchester, so I couldn't comment on that. But I try and, you know, get to a fair selection of them without kind of going to every one. One of the artists taking up a lot of our time is Adam F, and we're pleased that we've done about 100,000 albums worldwide on his album Colours, and it was great to win, a very pleasant surprise actually, to win the MOBO Award for Best Album as well last week. So Adam, a couple of forthcoming sort of singles-based projects, and again, you know, there's records in the, you know, there's sort of ongoing development. Yeah, both for Adam, who's actually done a couple of interesting cuts. There's a cut with Beanie Man on his next album, and also a cut that he's done with Arthur Baker. That's all going well. You know, new Barbara Tucker records, new Quicksilver stuff, new PF Project record, all kind of lined up for the new year. New Umboza record also. Yeah, just generally keep him busy, and that's only the Positiva side of things. We also have our additive label, which is doing great business as well, and Mark A. Claude now looks likely to cross over on Positiva, and we may be looking at sort of full-scale Positiva releases next year for Isla and possibly even Red Light District, which have both gone on to be like major club tunes this year. So very pleased with how things are going at the moment. Although it's a difficult environment, I think, at the moment for dance music generally, I think we're hanging in there pretty good, and have some brilliant stuff that we're working on at the moment. That's very exciting. Well, I think it's got to be the album-orientated material, you know. The records that have done some interesting and good business for us, things like Brainbug and PF Project, it's been rewarding to see them at the top end of the club charts, and actually also selling some respectable quantities. But I'd say that out of all the projects and artists that we've got working in America at the moment, Adam F would probably come top of my list as a priority project, because it's an album act, it's somebody who plays live, and his records come out on Astral Works in America, which is the home of the Chemical Brothers and Air, so he's in good hands, and that's probably the main one that we're looking to chase aggressively in America, particularly on his next record. What would I like for Christmas? I'll accept cash, whatever cash you want to give me, Pete. But if you're not offering that, I don't know. I don't know. How about number one with the Venga Boys, Up and Down? How about that? That'd be a nice Christmas present.